Hello everyone, welcome to SlipjointSawyer. Today we're going to be looking at sort of like an EDC pocket dump, but this is going to be sort of what I've been carrying the most the last few weeks. I did do one of these last month. I thought I might do one every month just to sort of see how my carry evolves, things that are mainstays for me, what new pieces I've been carrying, the sort of different bits of kit I've been using. For example, am I still carrying this Viper aid, or am I using the the leather slips here? But yeah, we just thought we'd jump into some gear that I've been looking at recently, some that I've carried and have spared a significant amount of pocket time. Now, these aren't the only knives I've carried in the last sort of month. There have been others, but these are the ones I've sort of felt like gravitated myself going to the most. So we'll just go through what I've got here really. So the sort of the biggest bit of kit I've carried this month really is this Viper aid VE15. It's sort of a nice pouch. You do have two slots on the front, a couple of sort of nylon belts across the front here as well. You've got the Viper aid tag on there, Viper aid tactical equipment. It does have a zipper pouch on the back, and in there I've just got some money and my cards, things like that. And this has pretty much been in my pocket every day of the last sort of couple of weeks to a month. I do find it really sort of useful. It's nice and sort of versatile. You can store different bits of kit in here. So I just go through some of the iterations really of what I've been carrying in here. So I've also been carrying this. This is the O-Light O-Pen Mini, and that sort of just slides in on the left-hand side for me. And then I would have been either carrying one or two of these sacks. So here we have the Victorinox Compact, and I'd say out of the two between this and the Super Tinker, this has been the one that I've carried the most over the last month. I mean, it's probably about 60-40%. I really sort of gravitating towards this two-layer design. It pretty much has the ideal tool set for me. I mean, you have the main sort of blade, and then that is also with the scissors on the other side. And these are probably the two tools I use the most on a Swiss Army knife. So that would be one I really sort of going for, is the compact. And that sort of would just fit in here for me, going upside down like that. Sits really nicely in that side. As I was mentioning, the Super Tinker, another one I've carried a lot this month. Pretty much very similar sort of tool set to the compact, but this is a 3-layer. Some of the main differences really, it adds the small pen blade here, and you have the two front tools as well. And then of course it has the Phillips on the back, which is really the main big difference between those. So another one I've carried a lot. These are probably my two favourite Swiss Army knives at the moment, mainly for their versatility, and just that one for how slender it is and the great tool set on it. So something else really I've been carrying a lot this month is, since I picked it up really, is this Case Sodbuster in the jigged amber bone. Really beautiful knife. One I've sort of been looking for a very long time. Luckily managed to pick one up from Heine Haynes here in the UK. Pretty much flawless fit and finish. Very minor gapping, and it's slightly off center, but it's not rubbing or anything like that. Another one of my sort of favorite patterns, Sodbuster. This is obviously the carbon steel, so you can see it is picking up a bit of a patina there as I'm using it. But a really great knife. 6137 is the pattern of that if you're interested. But excellent knife in hand. Pretty much an all-rounder go-to sort of knife for any sort of work, things like that. And if I'd be carrying that, so really this is how it would sit. I'd have the pen, the multi-tool, and then the knife I'd be choosing would sort of go in the side here, and then I'm sort of good to go. Really do recommend that Viper aid VE15. It's a fantastic bit of kit. If you're looking for a little pouch to try something out, they're only about 18 to 20 pounds on Amazon, or $20 on Amazon. I think they're absolutely fantastic. It's the first sort of one I've owned, and honestly, I think I prefer it to carrying something like this, the dual leather slip, just for the versatility of having the sort of the wallet zip on the back. I think is absolutely perfect for me. Something else I've been carrying a lot this month, mainly towards the evenings. I'm going out for a late walk. Maybe I'm walking the dog in the evenings. I do like to take a torch with me, just if I'm going down these sort of dark lanes, just so I'm able to see and don't fall over anything. And that has been pretty much a constant carry. It's the Soffin SP10V3, and this is the one, the Twisted Assisted exclusive with their laser etch in there. Fantastic bit of kit. I believe it's about 1,000 lumens. I could be wrong, but it's really bright. Loads of different modes. I'm not going to do it on here because it's very bright, but it is rechargeable. So what you would just do is you unscrew the back and then you take out the sort of the rechargeable AA battery, and it comes with a charger as well. Really great bit of kit. Does have a pocket clip and a cap brim clip, so you can clip that on your cap and then you sort of like having a head torch. So again, really fantastic little torch there. Really the only sort of modern knives I've been carrying, I'm going to say this 112 is modern just because of the modern materials, but we all know it's a traditional design. It's the Real Steel RB5. This is one that's been pretty much constant, I'd say nearly every day in my pocket, along with sort of this. I just think it's a really good modern take on a Barlow. They've done a fantastic job with the fit and finish. You do get the interchangeable scales. All you really have to do is take out the screw either side and they just slide out. I have done a full review of this on my channel. I will link it up in the corner if you want to check that out. But you can see here you've got the nice sort of nail nick, swedge in. This is N690 steel as well, so it holds a really great edge. That's satin finished and it comes screaming sharp out of the box. My favourite thing though, it has the Real Steel characteristic half stop or 2/3 stop, so you know when you're using it there's no chance that's going to cut your hand if the spring does break. Really excellent knife, and one I do recommend you guys pick up if you get the chance. It's the Real Steel RB5, stands for Real Barlow 5. Next up, the only sort of lock-in knife I've really gone to for the last sort of month since I really picked it up is this, the Buck 112 Slim Pro TRX. So you can see you have the S30 blade there with the clip point, and this is the sort of the more sort of, not the pronounced clip, it's more, you know, sort of subtle clip point blade. So you got the 112 there. I did add my own sharpening choil into this. That's something I sort of do on all my buck knives. I do sort of add one if it needs one doing there. Makes it a bit easier to strop at the end of the day. You can see this has the OD green G10 scales. You can have a reversible pocket clip. So this clip you can change around to the other side, and that is all T6 hardware. And obviously it's captive on this side, so you're able to open it without any issues. It does have the dual thumb studs. One thing I will say about those, they are very chunky. They're actually thicker than the knife, but they do offer sort of excellent one-hand opening. There's sort of no issue with that at all. Really excellent knife. It's one I am absolutely enjoying. I use it all my sort of outdoor tough jobs. I'm working in the garden, things like that. If I'm doing any sort of carpentry, I'll always sort of carry a buck because I know they can handle the punishment, and they're just a fantastic piece of kit. Of course, not UK legal, unfortunately, as it is a backlock design, but it is one I like to use a hell of a lot. And as you can probably tell, my carry the last sort of month has been very sort of Stockman orientated. I've got three of the ones I like carrying the most here. I have the Buck 301. This is a USA made buck. Standard sort of pattern. You have the sheep's foot blade, the spay blade, and that beautiful clip point blade there with the hollow satin finish on there on the grind. Really excellent knife. Fit and finish is fantastic. Really enjoying Stockmans recently, especially these USA made ones. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Next up one I've carried nearly as much is the Case large Stockman. This is the 75 pattern, and this is in the smooth red old bone or old red smooth bone, one of the two. You can see the different colors there and the sort of the different shades in that red. It's fantastic. Again, same sort of Stockman pattern. You have the large clip point blade. This is in their true sharp stainless steel. You have the sheep's foot and the spay. I really love this knife. I think it's one of my favorites recently. Been carrying this a hell of a lot as well this sort of month. Just the fit and finish is fantastic, and I know it's only their stainless steel and it's sort of the lower of the steels. I would wish this was a carbon steel, but can't seem to find one in the UK to pick it up for a reasonable price. So I went with the stainless steel, and even though it doesn't hold the best edge, you've got three blades, so you're pretty much covered for the whole of the day. Really nice knife in hand. Next up, one I picked up a while ago. I've been carrying a lot recently since I picked up actually a new old stock version of this. This is the Schrade Oldtimer 80T, and this is a USA made one. You can see that has been used and loved by someone, as the sheep's foot blade has been worn so much it's actually got an upswept tip. But one I really like to carry. It's a nice piece of history, and not only that, it's just really comfortable in hand. Absolutely fantastic knife. If you get a chance to pick up a USA made one, I really do suggest you do as well. The Chinese made one is equally as fantastic, just you don't get that sort of USA build quality you do from these. Another one that's sort of been in my pocket for a long time. This is the swayback from the Rough Rider Reserve line, sorry. And this is one that my brother bought me for my birthday, and it's one I've pretty much been cherishing ever since I got it, and that was back in June. It's one I carry regularly, just for the sort of the sentimentality. You can see you got here RR 009 BM for Blue Micarta, and you got the D2 blade there. That's one I really appreciate him is buying for me. So he's currently living abroad in New Zealand, if any of you are familiar with my channel, and I really do appreciate him getting this for me. It's one that I'm going to sort of cherish for, well, the rest of my days really. It's never going to go anywhere. I'm going to use it, I'm going to abuse it, and I'm going to love it. And then another couple of options here. I've got some slips I've been carrying. Maybe if I want to just use, maybe I don't want to take this for the, maybe I'm going out, I want something quite light to go out. I'm going out in like jogging shorts, maybe I'm going on a bike ride. I just want something light to carry. I've been really sort of taking the Sawyer Supply small slips, and I can just put one knife in there, chuck it in my backpack, and I've just got something nice, easy. I know I've got a blade if I need it. Nice, light, easy carry, and these are fantastic quality leather slips. I really do like these. Make sure you check these out. I do have a discount code for the Sawyer Supply company. Link for that will be in the description. So there we go, guys. That's sort of what I've really been carrying the last couple of weeks to a month. Probably going to do one of these every month just to see how my carry sort of evolved, what different bits I've been carrying, ones that have stayed, ones that I've sort of moved on and started carrying other things. I don't know, maybe next month the Stockmans might be out and I might have been carrying a lot of Barlows, but we'll wait and see. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.